Messy writing can cost you a lot.
I fall in love too easily. 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 I fall in love too easily.
Welcome to TerryWilson3.com, the show committed to helping you grow, protect, and enjoy your money, business, and life.
Wanted to get with you. This is really something that seems to be scratching a lot of itches, and it looks like it's pretty lucrative.
Well, it's one of the best business decisions that I've made, becoming a rep.
My intent now is being in that call center is letting people know this is the real deal. You will make money, and you don't have to have a product to promote. Just get in that call center and take calls, read a script. You will make money.
I started my own personal business 10 days ago. On Friday, I have my first 2 sales come through, and I have more pending. You do the activity, you take the time, you talk to the people.
You will make money.
I am in love with it. I don't know any other way to put it.
I really appreciate all the value you give. It's a lot, man. I look up to you a lot. You're kind of a leader in an industry where there's lots of BS.
And by the way, I love your swag.
This is the Terry Wilson. Really? I'm excited, Terry. All right, I want to get started here.
Late now, we're live. What's going on? Thank you, Bobby B. This is Terry Wilson with TerryWilson3.com. We're in the studios with Mr. Reagan and Miss Lindsay. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
This is the test. Can they hear me?
Can you hear? Can you hear it? Well, we might not.
Did you get a haircut, Reagan?
A few weeks ago, yeah.
It's a shame he's not on camera with a haircut like
man.
that.
That's really not.
That's a good-looking haircut.
Thank you. It looked better a few weeks ago. It's kind of grown out.
We definitely we got that camera right there, the extra one, but he refuses to let me turn it on.
Oh,
nah, it's just not for me.
Not your jam.
Podcast used to be. It was the telltale sign that you didn't have to look at somebody. It was a podcast. You just listen.
Well, the problem is with
part of the mystery.
That's true, but what we do is sometimes illustrate software and stuff, and different things.
So I need to turn into River, start using my hands to. I don't think I have a computer. I can just sync it up, and they can see what I'm doing.
So River
I don't need my face.
goes for a job interview a couple weeks ago, and he goes on YouTube trying to figure out what's the best way. What does he need to know about doing a job interview? And he got on. Who knows who he's listening to?
Oh goodness!
But it says
he took like 15 different pieces of advice and was trying to use all of them at once.
It said use a lot of hand gestures when you're speaking.
So he said he was like clearing off the table to like make more space for his hands.
So what I want to tell you, and so he was illustrating what he said in his job interview.
Yeah.
And the boy is just like his mama.
He didn't get hired, is what we're trying to say.
Oh.
We don't know. We don't.
I hope he becomes a good internet marketer because I don't think they're gonna. No, I'm kidding.
Sweet River.
Hey guys, this is episode 339. We're talking about overcoming the challenges to your business growth. You know, if you're going to grow, whether it be in business, whether it be in life, spirituality, relationships, whatever it is.
Working out.
That's a 4-letter word in these parts of the woods. But you know, you're gonna have resistance. You know, if it was easy, everybody would be successful, right? Mm-hmm. And I posted a little thing the other day. It just sort of hit me. I said, you know, excuses is nothing more than a permission slip for the status quo to stay.
I saw that. And
it really is. I got to I said, you know, right, because it's human nature to want to rationalize and justify current behavior. Mm-hmm. It's always easy to just sort of, yeah, I do this because human nature is the path to least resistance, but that's not the path to prosperity most of the time. So we're going to be talking about things that are going to help you in your personal and your professional growth. We're going to talk about various tools to automate your business. We're going to be talking about different temperaments. You know, I hate people that says, you know, he's a natural born salesman, or he's a natural born business, or she's a natural born business person, or whatever. I don't think anyone is born naturally good. Now they might have some a leg up, if you will. I mean, because everybody has, you know, some pros and cons to their personality type. But I think leadership skill sets can be developed, you know, and it doesn't need to look identical. You know, I can show you right now salespeople that are highly effective, and not personable, not likable, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But they're highly effectable.
Yeah.
But, you know, here in the South, if someone's easygoing, laid back, personable, no wonder he's just. But, you know, I know people that have that personality type and could not sell ice water to someone burning in hell because they'd never ask for the money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just, we're going to be talking about temperaments for achievement, and we're going to end the show on a high note. This is the season for thankfulness, and I want to talk a little bit about weaponizing gratitude. Gratitude is not just a response, but gratitude can be looked at as artillery in your emotional gun that you can start shooting out among people and neutralizing people that may be in a hostile. Gratefulness and gratitude can advance you a lot of times. It's not just an emotional posture. It's not just a response, but it also can be something that's just proactive. I'm proactively being grateful. I'm going to show you gratitude. I'm going to show you thankfulness. I'm going to show you appreciation, regardless of what your attitude might be. And we're going to get into that a little bit and talk. All of this is going to be talking about the TW3 platform as well. If you have questions, Reagan,
Ayo.
He is over on the Pure Chat in the bottom right-hand corner. If you're on with us live tonight, make sure you put in your question. He'll if he thinks it's either funny or relevant, he'll bring it up.
One of the two.
One of the two. You either got to make us laugh or you gotta be something of relevant. But we want your questions. Ask your questions. If you are grateful for something and you didn't get to call in and you're a member, we'd love to air that as well, so you can tell Reagan what you're grateful for, and he'll try to read that along with the things that we're going to be playing later. If you have shout outs, get them in now, because about 9:15 we're going to cover all the shout outs, and if you don't get yours in before then, we can't give them out, and we have tons of members that say, hey, give a shout out to my new member here, give a shout out to my new, and we want to do that, but sometimes we start that and then people, 30 minutes later in the show, hey, can you give a shout out? And we've already done it. So we don't want to miss anybody. So get that in now. And we'll get into it. Lindsay.
What's up?
So, have you ever heard of Shopkins?
Yes.
Yes. Pull your microphone just a little bit closer. Shopkins, for explain what Shopkins are, or can you?
My interpretation?
Your interpretation. What are Shopkins?
There's some obscure toy that little girls
like to play.
Have obsession with.
And it's sort of like a craze in thing. And it used to be really hot a couple of years ago. It's not so hot now, but that was sort of like the in thing.
We don't watch commercials, so I just know I've heard
you just go outside and stare at the trees. I know, but for
pretty much, I actually do that.
I know you do. I've seen your YouTube channel. But for the average people that are engaged in society and have electronics in their home and they're paying attention to, it's a toy. It's a toy. Well, my youngest child, our youngest, is our daughter Haven, and she's got hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of Shopkins.
Really?
And doesn't play with them anymore.
Don't tell Carrington.
So she's wanting something else.
Okay.
So our rule of thumb is if this gets old, what we can do is we'll sell it and you buy what you want. But we're just not going to arbitrarily go out and start buying other things.
Right.
Especially around Christmas time. And she's wanting something right now, and it's Christmas time, and usually about a month and a half out from Christmas, it's no spending money on anything. This is Christmas time. We're buying gifts for people, and all that.
It's a good adult guideline, too.
So a good adult guideline, and we need to talk to my wife afterwards. That's the thing about Black Friday. I think half the time on Black Friday, she buys stuff that's not even, gifts, but that's fine. We get deals on towels and everything else.
True. It's a good time to shop.
So we're selling these Shopkins, and so Gina puts them on the Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
And she puts them on for, it's probably close to $400 worth of Shopkins.
Whoa.
She puts it on Facebook as a package deal. Anybody wants it, $50. Just because we want to sell it.
Wow.
What do you think in this season of gratitude, in this season of thankfulness, in this season of, trying to, and you as an expert internet marketer now that has been with the TW3 platform, what would you think the natural response would be to see $400 worth of Shopkins that are in mint condition for $50? What would you think?
My response would be...
No.
Oh.
Not what your response would be.
Oh, man.
What do you think the average response was? By the general... Because we've already said you're not natural. You're out staring at the trees. And,
I do love the trees.
And rubbing lotion... Or, no, oil. Excuse
me.
Oil. You're the oily girl. Oily one.
Sniffing oil. Or taking oil. CBD oil. We don't want to go back there.
Yeah, we're going to go back there.
To it.
I'm game.
Okay, the natural reaction would, number one, either be to scroll past. Number two would be to haggle. Am I right?
Yes, to haggle. And how do you think the folks haggled?
Well, these are used, so I'm going to offer you 25. I don't know. I'm not a haggler. Was that weak?
Not a haggler.
It was about, I would say, and I told her, I says, I teach my marketers at TW3, if you keep pulling up the wrong type of fish, find a different hole. And I was telling her, you're marketing this in the wrong area of our region because you're running into the same situation, attitudes.
Yeah.
And just about every one of them had a sob story. And then when she couldn't, wasn't going to offer any less because I'm selling this for my daughter so that she can have this money. It's $50. She's going to go over and buy this.
My personal favorite was the person that wanted her to knock off, I think, half the price and then drop it off. They weren't going to pick it up. They wanted her to
meet her down 20 miles from here, and you had to get on the interstate.
Okay, listen. If someone, and this is just a personal thing, I know that a lot of people probably feel differently, but if I'm going to buy something from you, whether it's on the marketplace or you're selling something,
meet publicly.
Yeah, that's a good thing too.
This is tip number
but
one.
I'm not going to haggle on the price. If you tell me that you're selling something for $50, either I want it or I don't. Like, I'm not a haggler.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a haggler. That don't bother me. It's the attitude behind it. There's a right way and a wrong way. Hey, is that your best price? I'll usually say, is that your lowest?
Fair.
Which is fair. And then they say, yeah, and because if they don't put in the listing firm on price, you know,
there's no problem with asking.
There's nothing, you know, have not because you ask not. I don't mind that.
The real problem comes when it's like, no, I'm pretty firm on this, and then there's like, well, you're a terrible person.
Or saying you've ruined Christmas.
Yeah,
do you know how? Do you know how
common than you think?
I see. I could not operate on those terms.
It's amazing.
That's a mess.
Honestly.
I had someone private message me wanting me, and I'm not going to say how I know them or how they're connected with us, but saying so and so, their person that they have. I don't want to even say that relationship, but they had someone in their family that they wanted a computer for and wanted me to buy it for them, and we don't have that kind of relationship. I'm not connected to them like that.
Wait, do you buy computers for people that you
know?
No,
I don't. I really don't. I don't.
I mean, I'm just needing to know.
He's clarifying. It's like, well, we didn't have this type of relationship. It's like, if we asked for a computer, he'd be like, well, you better start saving because it's not
I'm old school. I just am.
You got to work for it. You got to save for it, and you got to work for it.
He had a new car or a newer car at age 15. You know, he's not even before he was 21. He moved out and had it. I mean, and he didn't have to, but we try to instill, be responsible, you know, that's just the way I was raised. I don't think we do our children any favor. I'm getting off my soapbox because people can parent however you want.
This is free.
However you want. But she was getting private messages like, "You have ruined our Christmas. You have. I hope you're happy."
Wow.
Because I wouldn't.
Because she offered a steal and didn't want to offer a cutthroat steal.
Now, the problem is me and my brother were really wanting to respond to this. Let us respond to this for you, because Mom's justification is she kind of wants to match the sob story with the sob story of her own. It's kind of like a back and forth. It's like who's more.
Yeah. Well, I'll take your sob story and raise it by one.
But me and River were both kind of like,
my poor baby girl.
Let me answer it. Here's what I'll put. What made you think I cared about your Christmas? Like, that's the type of stuff we were going to go for, because it's not my obligation to care for your Christmas.
Savage.
So I said all that to say Reagan turns me on to there's this whole thread out there on Reddit called
Choosing Beggars.
Choosy Beggars. And it's like the highlight of people that have the audacity not only to ask for something, but ask specifically what they want. And if you don't do it, then it is. And I read that, and
So this was one that I really liked. Okay, so this guy's he's selling an armchair, but he's not selling it. It's for free. Somebody just has to come pick it up.
Okay.
And so the description is, relatively new. It's in good condition. Just need somebody to pick it up. He doesn't want to take it. So he said the first message he gets, and he has it here, you can sort of read it. It says, there's another guy offering an armchair and a coffee table for free on here.
Stop.
Do you have anything that could sweeten the pot to make it worth my while?
Are you kidding me right now?
It's pretty funny. He responds, I can knock off half the asking price because it's free.
I mean, it's amazing to me. And we're making fun, we're making light, just because it's so absurd.
That's crazy.
And we're in the season of gratitude. We're in the season of thankfulness. It's probably outside of Christmas, my favorite holiday, because it compels us, as whether you're a believer or not, you don't have to share my faith, but as just a citizen of this country, we have a lot to be thankful for. And I want to tell you, as a person who advocates entrepreneurialism, you are never going to grow your business. And you talk to any successful entrepreneur, you'll never find one that is successful that does not have some sense of gratefulness. I can't tell you how many times I said, I can't believe this is happening. And and I think if we can capture anything, is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have is just gratitude. It's being grateful, and you want to do business with that type of person. I'm telling you, you don't have to be the most expert person at your craft. You could be a TW3 member and not know where the disk drive is versus the power button. But if you can get in that call center and have a little bit of gratefulness and giving back to people and loving on people and letting them know that someone out there cares, it transcends all of that other stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's like Maya Angelou says, people are often quick to forget what you tell them, but they will never forget how you made them feel.
That's right.
And so we got shout outs, Reagan. I know it's 9:15, and so let's go ahead and get on that, and we'll get into talking to you folks of how to grow and overcome challenges in your business.
Cool. So this first one comes from Spencer. Wants to give a shout out to Lady, Dawn, Odell, and Zach.
Awesome. You guys, if you're on the show tonight, welcome. And you've got a great recruiter and trainer there in the Midwest, and he is, and we don't hold it against him, but he is a Brewers fan, so you just have to be careful.
This next one's from Mark. He wants to give shout outs to his new members, Jody, Tony, Lynn, Andy, and Gary.
Well, Mark is another great one. I tell you, we've just got some really, really rock star trainers and recruiters, and Mark is another one. And so welcome you guys, and you could not ask for a better recruiter and trainer.
And so for this last one, I actually wanted to give it to Lindsay because they shouted you out specifically.
Oh, did they mention Lindsay?
Yep.
Get in the mic, Lindsay.
That's the question.
You have to put your face in the mic or it doesn't work.
I am grateful for you guys, and I will be joining your team later this week through Lindsay. Raul is my name, but I go by Yuli. Happy Thanksgiving, and I think you guys give a lot.
Oh, sweet. That is
well, I was just about to say shout out to Raul, but he stole the show. He's going to do really great. He's the one that you forwarded to me and said he needs to be an elite person. He's got a lot of potential. So.
Awesome. Well, Raul, we look forward to working with you, and Lindsay is a rock star here, and no one cares more about their people than Lindsay. She's one of the best, and so I know you'll be happy working with her. So do we have any questions we can hit real quick, and then we'll get right into the training tonight?
Yeah, we do. Let me pull it up 1 second. I had a cue, but I messed it up a little bit.
Did I?
I probably messed it up. Did I hit a button?
No.
You gave Lindsay the computer. And
I know.
It went down.
It wasn't you. I normally have like a queue set up, and I didn't have it ready. I'm sorry. Hold on.
We should all go look at trees.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll all go look at trees.
No, I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
So this one comes from Dave. He said, "What's the quickest way to get up and running to earn at least $300 per day?"
Oh, that's a great question, Dave. Is Dave a member, or is he just starting? Or is he
I would love to answer that off the top of my head. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm going to assume, Dave, that you're not. Just to answer that, we are. When I first started this business, that question that you asked was very common. What's the quickest way to get going, making money? Because, Terry, I invested into this training package and these tools and this software and this business because, obviously I want to make more than what I'm making now. And so about 2 years ago, we redesigned our back office, and we sort of categorized our training by the level of importance and what you need to know first. And we just numbered it. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this.
And do it in this order. Step 3, do this. And so we've numbered it out. And so you'll hear on just about every podcast, I'll say, go through your back office, do steps 1 through 6. And let me break that down for people who are not members. What that entails is setting up your blog so that you have an online presence in business. You look legit. You're just not someone out there saying, hey, I'm an online marketer. Hey, I'm connected with TW3. No, they can see, they've got a website. It's branded, and it's got your picture, and it's got your branding on it, and it's you. And because people at the end of the day buy from people, right? And this is a people business, even though we use these digital tools. So set up your website, and then set up a merchant account. I mean, one of the tragedies I've seen more often than I care to admit is I get these guys that come in, they're rock stars, and they make a few sales, and they have no way to process the sale because they don't have no merchant account. There's no, because we use credit card. So you got to get a PayPal account. You got to get with SquareUp. You got to get with First Data. You got to get with some merchant services that will allow you to take credit cards and get paid. So that's number 2 or 3. And then we tell you to set up what we call a sales funnel. If you're not used to online marketing, all that is a series of web pages that qualifies your client so that you're not having to sell and speak to every single person for hours and hours and hours to educate them on what we do, how we do it, how they get paid.
the nuances of our business, because our business fits so many different types of people wanting to do so many different things. And so how do you present what we do that fits them? Well, it's done through a series of websites, or excuse me, web pages, videos on those web pages. Oh, you're an insurance agent. Well, here's something that'll be relevant to you. Oh, you're a stay-at-home mom that's looking for part-time work. Okay, here's a video, shows you how TW3 would be relevant to you. So all that inventory of videos is what you use to really do the selling for you. And then it goes to that process, and at the end, the obligating question is asked by yours truly, which is, if you're interested, if this is of any value to you, fill out this long-form survey, and then you will be able to book a one-on-one with one of our trainers. And then that way, they've had all the time in the world and all the opportunity in the world to say, hey, this isn't right for me, and they go over here for an hourly job, or they go over here for something else, or they go here. But if they fill out that long-form survey, then they're wanting to get started with you. And then we provide you with an easy financing opportunity that you can refer your clients to, like cashmutualstore.com or myzippyloan.com. And what they'll do is set up a TW3 package, like, for instance, the Elite package, for only $119 a month. And matter of fact, they can get our total top package, no money down, for only $119 a month. So they can get the system, learn the system, start using the system. They could even potentially start making money with the system, pay it off before the first bill comes due. So it's sort of a low pressure way of selling. So 1 through 6 teaches you how to do all that. Set all that up. Now, how quick can that happen? I've had guys in literally a week have it set up, and they're making thousands of dollars. I've had guys that take a year and a half, because the technical part of it is a little overwhelming. We're going to get into some of that tonight with our training. So it just really depends on, how fast you can get acclimated up to speed. But we tell you, learn 1 through 6, because even if you're not going to sell TW3, even if this is just not your thing, you want to do fill in the blank over here, the template, the way we generate leads, the way we process those leads, the way we drip on them with autoresponders, all of that you're learning in 1 through 6 is what you're going to use as a template to use to sell whatever it is, fill in the blank. And if you don't have a product, we give you a whole list of products and services and leads that you can generate and get paid for, and not even make a sale, through our referral marketing partners. But the fastest, easiest way to make money in TW3, and actually you would make more than $300 a day, you'd be making it a minimum of $450 a day, and that's about to go up. You'd make really about $750 a day. Is process, just generate a ton of leads, run it through there. Our average is, if you speak to one person out of 25, you're going to sell at least one. You're doing better than that. Those numbers are, because 1 out of 25 people that fill out that long form survey.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think mine was down to 1 in 12 last time I checked.
Yeah. So I mean, and is it high pressure?
No. I just listen.
Are you twisting their arm? Are you browbeating them? Are you shaming them? Are you telling them they're stupid if they don't?
That's not my style.
That ain't your thing, right? So, and you don't have to, and you don't want to. And as a matter of fact, I probably am a little bit different than I train my recruiters really how to talk more people out of it than in it, because you'll be better served at the end. Because not to get too theologically deep in the weeds, but we're Calvinists when it comes to the way we recruit. Many are called, but few are chosen,
Well, you want to make sure that this person is making a wise investment. I tell my people to pray about it.
Pray about it. Think about it. Do due diligence. Yeah. Check me out. Anybody can say anything. Make sure I'm legit. Go out there, But yeah, because at the end of the day, let me just break it down. Why? Because I don't want you blaming me for a decision you made. You need to own this decision. Is this right for you?
Right.
Do you have the money to do this? Do you have the time to do this?
Yeah.
Do you have the temperament to do this?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's you. Now, I'm going to do due diligence. I'm going to do everything I say I'm going to do. You're going to get everything I promise. It's in writing.
Support for days.
Support for, ongoing support. But I'm not on demand. You just can't call Terry up anytime you want.
Right.
You can't. Even my own son can't call, and so we just have to, but we want people to be successful, and the way they're successful is, number one, own their destiny. Great question.
That was a good question. This next one says, hi, I have someone that wants to join, but he lives in Canada. His question is how to sign up and pay if I'm in Canada. Also, how could I get the financing for it, like the $0.19 monthly price?
Well, that's through Cash Mutual Store. Now, I don't know if they underwrite in Canada. So they might have to go through like PayPal credit or something like that. And you go to paypal.com/credit.
But we do accept Canada.
But we do accept Canada. We love the Canadians.
Sorry, I'm trying to think what would be the proper word. Is that it's not we do accept Canadians. Okay, that's what it is. I was looking for. I know Americans. I know it's the French. So what would it be if it's? Yeah,
we're very welcoming to Canadians.
We are.
To any other ethnicity or nationality. Here's the thing about TW3. There's a couple tools they can't use in Canada or any other country.
Yeah.
The dialer. The data for the dialer, our dialer is FCC compliant because it's filtered, opted in, scrubbed leads, which means it's legal for us to use a voice broadcast dialer to dial those leads. But those leads, that database is U.S. only.
Gotcha.
So that anything that's connected to that database, whether it be the dialer or the bulk texter, those are all U.S.
So
only.
really, this person would be looking at either the red package or the elite package.
Right.
Because their plus package is more centered around the dialer.
All right.
Cool.
Great question.
Yep. All right, we're good for right now.
Okay, good. So let's get into this. How do you automate your business? And I would tell you, you need to learn how to use some tools here that we have at TW3 or we work with at TW3. Like, for instance, one of the best tools I think anyone can use in their business is what's called an autoresponder. And we got yours set up last week, and you've been doing everything old school, I think, just manually.
Yeah.
Which you're rocking it out. Yeah. But now we're going to be able to scale your business even more because the people that come in are going to have some automation. So you're not having, oh my God, did I call so-and-so back or touch such and such or do this?
Yes.
But the automation is going to take that. And I tell you, man, I use MailChimp. Other people use GetResponse, Aweber. All of our forms and opt-in forms that we create will sync to any of those auto-response systems. So no matter who you like and who you use, you got to have it because, number one, I've been saying it now for 10 years, the loot is in the list. Because I know right now that I can go create an email, send it out to my list, and I'm going to make X amount just because I got so many on it, and I've got it categorized by interest, how they join, and all that. And part of this business is just growing your list. Yeah. Because I can't tell you, a lot of the people I refer to you even have been listening to me for a year, 2 years, 3 years. They've been on my list. They finally respond, hey, I want to get something. And then, because I'm not doing direct sales anymore, so Lindsay is handling a lot of the sales that come directly, but just because of time. And she's got her own funnels and stuff that she's doing as well. So auto response. Number 2, landing page. Gotta have landing pages. And so many people don't understand what a landing page is for. It's really, everybody understands what a website is. Like you go to terrywilson3.com, you see my website, you see all these different things. A landing page, I can brand a particular landing page to look like real estate only, insurance only, LuLaRoe, Cincy.
Terry.
I can make it look like anything.
LuLaRoe.
Whatever.
Did you know that, Reagan? Did you know you said that wrong?
I did.
Okay.
I say everything wrong. It's part of my brain.
But yeah, I was about to say. But then again, like it's
if I started saying things,
it's a 1 in 5 shot that it's going to be right. So.
I'll butcher anything if you give it to me long enough. But a landing page is very powerful because that's how I can manage hundreds of different businesses. I've got all these referral marketing partners. I can look like this one day. I can look like this over here the next day. It's because I've got these landing pages that's branded just for that particular product or service. And so that's one way that you're going to be able to scale your business with TW3 because you literally, once you have this platform, you could have multiple businesses.
Multiple income streams too.
Multiple income streams. And I'm telling you, the more you can diversify your income stream, the happier life gets. Because
I agree with that.
Would you not agree? Every business is seasonal.
Yeah, absolutely. There's highs and lows.
In every business.
Yeah.
In every business. Insurance, it always got real slow during the summer. Picks up in the fall because of open enrollment. And then you do okay in the winter months because people they're not out, they're not busy, so you can catch them at home and you can go and twist their arm, tell them they're going to die, and then try to sell them some sort of life insurance product. Which is, you're going to die. You need this term. But during the summer months, everybody's on vacation.
Yes.
It's hard to catch them. So it was seasonal. Real estate, summer. You know, especially in the Southeast, if you're going to sell real estate, you got to, what is it, March, April, it starts, and it sort of wanes off around September. And so that's why we got a ton of real estate guys doing our business because it was so seasonal for them.
Yeah.
That they can do this in the winter months. But everything is seasonal. That's why you got to diversify. One of the ways you can diversify is you have a page built for every business. And that's what TW3 offers. Bulk dialer. I've made my bones with bulk dialing. The way I grew my insurance business was with our bulk dialer. I got a snippy email the other day.
Oh, goodness.
Well, you know, it happens. And by the way, all of you guys that are with TW3, you elite members, you podcasters, just know that the haters are going to hate, as Jessica Simpson, whoever wrote the song, said. Taylor Swift. Jessica Simpson. It's all the same thing. Who cares?
The struggle tonight.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
It's not DiGiorno, it's the struggle.
The point is, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. So
you're an online marketer. I mean, what do you...
I'm a target.
It comes with the territory.
But yeah, as other people grow their business and get out there and start developing their brand, have their own podcasts or webinars, you're gonna. And this little snippy email: if this is so great, why don't you just use it and try to sell it instead of just selling it? You know. And I was like, well, did you watch the video on how this whole thing got started? It got started with me just using it. It wasn't even designed to resell.
Well, the answer is no. They probably did not. They probably spent about 5 seconds and made up their mind.
Getting too old. Patience. And
you had a birthday recently. How did we skim over that?
That was the thing I missed, and it was in the back of my brain. Jane wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Jane, thank you so much.
How many years young did you turn?
I'll tell you this. Do you know who Big Papi is?
I don't.
David Ortiz.
He's a baseball player?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Boston. I'm 3. I am
not at all where I thought that was
minute. Going. I mean, to the minute. I am 3 days older than him.
What do you mean to the minute? You don't know exactly when he was born.
I know because I looked it up.
That's not okay.
You know his time of birth?
What do you mean it's not healthy?
You shouldn't know another man's
time
of birth.
They were talking about it on MLB. And I said, that's the exact time.
I'm gonna say something a little in left field, but I thought baseball was supposed to be the sport for men, like it's the traditional man sport. They're talking about the birth, the time of birth of other.
Hold on, can we just talk about that real quick? This is just a little rabbit hole, just one. Okay, my husband is very upset about this, and I have become very upset about this as well. ESPN, College Game Day. Okay, we are football people. It used to be about football. Now it's like a Lifetime sob story. They cover like some devastating, heartbreaking story that makes me want to lay on the couch and cry.
About who?
About a player or a player's mom. Like what is that?
Sports in general has gone to just selling the.
Like I want to be happy on football Saturday. I don't want to be.
Here's
sad.
the thing: the underdog, the comeback, the David and Goliath story sells. And it should. Everybody can empathize and relate to someone who's been down and out and has overcome and has achieved. The problem is these TV executives, specifically in the sporting world, recognizes that and abuses it sometimes to the point it's even lost its...
I mean, if I want to see an underdog story, I'm going to watch The Blind Side. But on College Game Day, I want to watch football.
I get it. That's what I'm saying. It's overplayed, I think. It's just overplayed.
Sorry.
You feel better?
I do.
That's good.
I've been kind of mad about that because I was like trying to get pumped about some football.
But what are you thankful for?
Well, I got a long list.
Oh, that's good.
I'm thankful for Gabby.
Oh, we are too.
Gabby is like pretty much my favorite person.
Everybody in this room is except her brother.
Oh, well, you're just a sour sport then.
That was silly. Hers was silly. Let's move on. She said she's thankful for Gabby.
Gabby's going to teach my kids sign language. I'm really pumped about
that's
it.
That's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
She ought to teach Reagan.
Do you not know?
No, I really don't.
I don't either.
See?
How can you not by osmosis? How many years have you been?
I know enough to carry on a conversation with Gina's mom.
He knows the alphabet.
I know the alphabet, so I can spell things out.
Yeah.
I know happy birthday.
And I know how to curse.
Oh, gracious.
Oh, I know that too, actually.
Yeah, I know all the cuss words.
Grandma's cool. She taught me this.
Yeah, she taught all the good
Grandma.
stuff. But these tools you got to have, they're at TW3. We want to get through. Is that a rough transition? That
was pretty rough.
Was that just,
I took us way out of bounds.
I didn't realize how far we had gotten. He gets
I'm
this
gonna have
face.
hate
and he,
email all night. Would
he
y'all
just-
stick to the topic?
he just gives up. He's like, this is not run by me anymore.
I'm gonna
It's
have to
not my
take a show time out if y'all are gonna stay on topic for a whole night.
Oh goodness. Last one, podcasting and blog. So
good. That's a good list.
So let's get into some thank yous. I had a bunch of people call in and wanted to offer some thanks, and so these are members, and I want to get to them before we get too far gone. We're already halfway through the show, and we'll pick up lastly on the temperaments and the that we need tools. You gotta have. We got them at TW3, and I want to get into, because so many times people ask, Terry, do you think this is right for me? Well, I want to give you some temperaments that I think you gotta have if you're going to do this and be successful. And if you don't have these, then I want to help you find something else. I want to help you, but this ain't for you. And I just want to be legit about that. So here's some call-ins that we had that wanted to offer some thanks this Thanksgiving season.
Hey, Terry. I just want to say that I'm thankful for this opportunity to be able to share what it is that I am learning and implementing with others. And being able to help build this business and help build this business with others is so rewarding. And I just want to say thank you to all of our servicemen and women who have fought for our freedom. And without them, we wouldn't even have this great opportunity. So just wanted to give thanks and gratitude for this wonderful opportunity.
Hey, Terry. This is Mark Griffin with TW3coaching.com. Just giving you a quick call just to say thanks and just give some of the reasons what I'm thankful about. Of course, first and foremost, God and my salvation, Jesus. The older I get, the more I realize how much I need that. I'm thankful for having victory over cancer. The battles I went through this year. And I am thankful for understanding, even to a greater extent, the word legacy. My wife, my kids, my grandkids, I'm very thankful. I'm realizing, in this season of my life, how much, it's not the things in life, it's the people in your life that really matter. So I'm really thankful for that. I'm also thankful for the fact that, I've had the opportunity to not only, I went through a lot of trials and tribulations and struggles, financially, health-wise, and a multitude of things, but I'm now positioned to be an encourager, which brings me so much joy. These are the things that money can't buy. As the MasterCard commercial would say, they're priceless. So I'm very thankful in so many respects. And of course, I am thankful for TW3. I'm just thankful the way God used it in my life. And it is part of the things that the tools that he uses where I'm an encourager now. So in any case, God bless to you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. And, if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. All right, this is Mark. Signing off. God bless. Bye-bye.
I am thankful for the peacemakers of the world. I am thankful for my family and their health and the prosperity we have over this country, and that I pray that more people will just be free from their burdens and be able to take and accept advantages we have here in this country, that we can love one another more. So I'm thankful for our Father in heaven that looks after us here in this country and giving us the opportunity to love one another.
Hey, Terry, this is Gary Green, just giving you a quick call today. I've been with you for going on around 5 years now. I'm credentialed at the elite level, sales rep and trainer level. A few things that I'm thankful for, is my life, my health, family and friends, of course, as well as all my TW3 business clients I have across the United States, too, as well. Just today in the call center on a Monday, today I've sold 3 packages before 1 o'clock p.m. Okay, that's 1 elite and 2 plus members. So not too bad, hey, for a Monday. But here's to everybody having a safe, happy holidays. And, you know, from Gary Green, also to have continued success, you know, in anything that you're doing, you know, too as well. Okay?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Gary sold 3 before 1 o'clock this morning.
He did. He's not lying.
Fire emoji would be
The
my
man,
text.
Greenbacks is on fire. Now, the most amazing thing to me is he took the time to get off the boat.
Yeah.
To even take the calls. Yeah. Nah, he's a hard worker. Matter of fact, we were at the ELT conference. People were going like, did he sell another one?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Gary, are you on with us tonight? Is he? See if he's on.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you there? I think we might have a little bit, a little bit of delay. I just played your, Thanksgiving that you sent in, and
okay.
So everybody in the studio said he sold 3. I said, yeah, he sold 3 before 1 o'clock, and he's still not done. I think there's another one just came in. So
yeah, no, I got another league prospect working on that too. So everything, you know, the call center is on fire.
The call center. So talk to them a little bit, Gary, about the call center and why they need to join now.
Well, if you haven't joined, you definitely want to make a great business decision for yourself and give yourself the opportunity to better your time and your life and just, you know, a lot of different things that you can do at one time by making this decision within itself, because there's a lot of things that are being offered, being supported with the company, with you, Terry, everything you built up, you know, to everybody, you know, Reagan, Lindsay there on the podcast every Monday for the most part. You know, you just have all these systems and tools in place that are, you know, really beneficial, you know, for somebody looking to change their life and their business. So if you're on the fence and you're deciding whether this is something you want to do, it's a great business decision to do it, you know, not just for your livelihood, but for your education, for yourself to be, you know, around, you know, this type of energy and vibe and, you know, and just, you know, all the tools that are available, you know, from A to Z. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And, you know, here's the thing, Lindsay. Gary sold, was it 2 Plus and 1 Elite package, right?
I sold an Elite package, and then I sold 2 Plus packages. So I made $3,500 just on that by 1 o'clock today.
1 o'clock today.
And then I have other prospects, another Elite that may be on tonight. I got referral marketing money. I got you know, the residual income aspect, and then just all the other automation and income streams. I haven't added it up, but you know, it's definitely, you know, north of 3,500. So definitely, yeah.
So that's what I was going to tell Lindsay. So just initial commission, $3,500, just like that.
Awesome.
And this just on the commission, 3,500, because
and then
that was on 3.
That was just counting those 3, and then over the next 12 months, he's going to make another $1,800
because the residual.
Because of the residual part.
Residual is my favorite part of this business.
And you keep
right.
Well, speak to that.
600 per year per account. So yeah definitely.
Yeah, because what's going to happen with him and he's got tons of business already on the books. It's just this beautiful thing about this Elite package that we have is that's $150 he just added to his bottom dollar each month.
Yep.
Before 1 o'clock.
Well, when you're at the Elite level, you have so many tools from our auto scheduler that changes the way you do business with your clients completely.
Yep.
It completely automates the whole process. Well, not the whole process, but by the time you're talking to a client, a process lead in Terry Wilson 3, they're waiting in line to talk to you.
Exactly.
Okay? So when, you know, it's not a traditional thing. I was telling a client today, you know, you call somebody up and you're going over your product or your information with them, and then you might leave a message. They might call you back, and you're on the phone. You know, you're playing telephone tag, and with the auto scheduler, just that by itself, it's going to book the time, pre-book the time on your calendar, and then you create a situation where people are waiting in line to talk to you, which is how you want to leverage your time and position yourself, you know, too, as well. It gives you a much more authority, you know, too, just by doing that one small tool, actually.
Yeah, because don't you think this is true, Gary, that when people are standing in line for you, wanting you to speak, your close rate in that kind of environment is going to improve. It's not like you're chasing after them.
Right.
But they're
You're
standing.
not chasing after them.
That's right.
It's real. It's no high pressure.
Right.
Real simple, straightforward. So it's not where you're going for the close the first, the second, the third time. Then you're trying to close the close, and then you're trying to come up with all these other objections you don't want. It's not a hard sell. I have tons of sales marketing experience, but a lot of that is not needed here because it's that's a lot of energy you put out when you're trying to sell somebody on a day in day out basis. This is definitely a much more lower key, lower energy. Well, that's the 100% correct word, but you're not putting out all that effort that you are when you're trying to hard sell somebody. Basically.
Well, the other thing, by the time you're talking to them, Gary, they're already sold. Because what I mean by sold is they've already been educated to the point, I want this. I just need some clarification, and I need you to justify whether I need to do this or not. You're not going from ground zero anymore, trying to tell him, okay, here's the business, here's what it does, here's how you get. You're not going, from
the groundwork is laid.
The groundwork is laid. Would you agree with that?
No. Oh, definitely no sales presentation. You're not performing a sales presentation. That's what I was trying to comment on just a moment ago. So you're not performing a sales presentation. That saves a lot of your energy. Just that within itself, right there. So by the time they are on your scheduler, you have all of these different tools in the Elite. The auto scheduler is one of the big tools. You have residual income. You got the referral marketing, money that you get. You got, you can market leads, sell leads for other businesses. You can, you're at that level. You can coach. You can train. You can recruit. And you can also consult. Somebody, with another, business or another platform. Okay, so as you are, making a few sales in the call center, I was telling a few clients today, you're gaining that product knowledge that's needed to use the product line for yourself. Okay, and then once you have that down, then you're able to use it and resell it, really easily.
So, and the other thing, talk to the people a little bit about the power of that referral marketing, because when you have the option to give people hourly and salary opportunities and other things outside of TW3, speak to how you use that and leverage that to attract even more people into your funnel.
Well, you're using referral marketing. You're making money without selling anything.
That's
okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
And you're just referring them to different offers for different products for different services, depending on where you're leveraged at. Within our platform and our business with our product line. So if somebody wants hourly or salary work, you can refer them out and make money off of that without talking to them at all. They'll just enter their information and you get paid just like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody needs a loan. You can also get paid a huge amount of money, for offering somebody a loan. You have multiple different ways that you're able to do that on your side and mine and everybody else's, basically. And then, insurance quotes. You've done a lot about the insurance industry and how you're able to make money with the referral marketing, for different types of insurance quotes like, final expense, annuity, mortgage protection,
right.
Property casualty, whatever that particular insurance is, you're able to, match that up with, people that are already in the insurance industry, and they get that, at a much quicker pace. But the referral marketing, you can hit it from, just from all different aspects of the business world with different products that may be out there. So if somebody has a strong suit in a particular product or industry, you're going to be able to match that up with them. They're going to be able to connect with that product, there.
Great. Gary, thank you for being on the show tonight, and thank you for all you do at TW3.
Very welcome. And, hey, you guys are laughing a whole lot tonight. I can tell you guys are having fun.
Hey, man, when you got a rep out there that's closing 3 and 4 deals before noon, and then you got other reps, it's fun to be in this business. What can I say?
Yeah, you can't help but have fun, right?
You can't help it. If you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. Hey,
that's right.
Let me ask you something. Do you have people in your family like I've got in mind that's already got ideas of how you could spend that money that you made today, maybe say this Friday after Thanksgiving?
Hey, Hey.
Oh yeah. I got them. They always have unique ideas. That know how to spend money without any effort at all. Right.
Exactly. I hear you, baby. Well, good to have you on tonight, and stay safe out there in Houston, and let's get to a Houston Braves game sometime when they play.
Sounds good. I'll be looking forward to that day. And then I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Have a happy Thanksgiving, a safe and happy holiday, from me too as well. Okay?
Thanks, Gary. We appreciate you. So that was Gary Greenbacks. Talking about how he made $3,500 before 1 o'clock today just working the call center. And Lindsay, you've done a couple things. Yeah, every time I turn around, you've got something coming in.
I'm about one more person away from making more this month with this business than I make in a whole month on average with my base business, like my primary business.
And do you spend more time with this one or the other one?
I spend.
So what are you wasting your time on anything else but TW3?
I know, right? I know. It's been like pulling teeth getting me, more attention towards this.
Well, I'm not gonna,
because I love that. But
no, I get it. If it's a passion, it's a passion. I told people always, do what you're passionate about, because even if you don't get paid, you'll continue to do it.
Right.
So that is a good thing. Do we have questions, Reagan, that you want to hit? I saw.
We just have one question. I wanted to get some clarification. Crap, I lost it. Sorry. Here it is. Let's see. How would someone from Canada sign up if the enroll page does not enlist Canadian information, such as residence or state information? So on our enroll page,
there's a note. Just put it in the note form.
Put it in the notes.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that was a simple question. Just want to make sure we got to it. A lot of people are saying Happy Thanksgiving. So we got some Happy Thanksgivings from Ron and Jason, who wanted to shout out Mr. Spear.
Mr. Spears. Our fellow Georgia boy down there. So good deal.
Yeah, we got a lot of people wishing us Happy Thanksgiving. So
absolutely. Well, I want to end on the temperament for achievement, and then we're going to end here. And I'm not going to stress the mindset stuff because I think it comes across preachy sometimes, and I apologize. That's just sort of my upbringing. But I do want to talk to you guys about, it doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. It doesn't matter if you're a sensory learner or you're an intuitive learner. It doesn't matter if you're if your judging function is more of a logical based or value based. It really doesn't matter. There's no special formula for being successful as an entrepreneur. But what you've got to understand is, number one, who you are, the strengths of that, and your weaknesses, and be okay with your weaknesses and guard yourself against your weaknesses. Because when you are what's called under stress, what happens is it's real weird. As I've studied this stuff, being credentialed with Myers-Briggs and going back and getting my continuing education, all that, is people, you don't realize. For instance, I'll just use myself as an example. I am an intuitive learner. In other words, if you give me a bunch of detail, my eyes will literally roll back in my head. My head will spin, and I'll just fall out on the floor because I get overwhelmed with all of the detail. Yeah. But if you paint me a big picture and say, this is what we want it to look like at the end, I will intuitively be able to put all the building pieces together just because I see big picture. I perceive intuitively. That's just me. My wife's right opposite. You can show her the big picture, but unless you break it down, this is a pine tree here. This is an oak tree here. It's going to be placed over here. It's going to be placed over here at 3 feet. And you start giving it, then it's just like, what are you're not communicating to me until you communicate in that fashion. And then if I'm a logical, my judging function is all based solely on logic, and it comes across sometimes, it can, as very cold, as very non-feeling, not empathetic. And it's not that I have any angst toward anyone or whatever. It's just, I'm just 1 + 1 is 2. Okay. Doesn't matter how anybody feels about it.
Yeah.
Whereas a value-based person is 1 + 1 may equal 2, but what's the context? What did one come through? What did one come through? What's their life?
What was one's childhood like?
What was one's childhood like? And all of this other stuff. And there, like I said, I'm not making a judgment here. There's just a distinction. And I say all this to say this. When you become under stress, something very strange happens psychologically, and most people aren't aware of this. your major functions, your cognitive functions, like I just listed out, they invert. And what I mean by that is when I become stressed, I start perceiving things in a very detailed fashion rather than big picture. And when I become stressed, I start judging things based on a value rather than logic. It happens to everyone. That is technically the scientific definition of stress. Is where I invert your major cognitive functions. And why that's detrimental to me, you, and anybody else is because that's not my strength. I don't perceive things well in a sensory fashion. I don't judge things well in a value based. It's got to be.
Do introverts also become extroverts under stress?
No, because that's not a cognitive a function. That's more of a overarching what gives them energy. That's not so much. And I'm bringing all this home to TW3. Why does that matter, Terry? What are you telling us? When you start to launch a business and you start to try to grow your business and you start to try to step out, you have to guard yourself against stress, and you have to manage your stress. And we've had show after show after show on different ways of managing that stress. Lindsay even has a very popular show about some type of oil. We're not going to go there, Lindsay.
I have a new thing I can recommend that's FDA approved. Well, that was too.
I said we're not.
Message me if you have questions about stress management. I don't sell it. I just love to share the wealth of knowledge that I have.
The Beatles did something similar. Go ahead.
The point is, when you launch a business and you get a little stressed, and there's nothing more stressful than trying to learn something new and then putting an arbitrary deadline and timeline on yourself. Oh my God, I just invested $3,000 with this crazy redneck online, and I better make it back in 2 days, or I'm going to, and all of a sudden you're putting the stress on you, and then things are because the way and the reason why our back office is designed the way it is because we're trying to speak to both perceiving styles, both the sensory learner and the intuitive learner. The intuitive learner is hearing and seeing video.
Yeah.
The sensory learner has got the PDF file and ticket support, right?
Yeah.
The judging function, the logical person, the terms of agreement written out, line upon line, logical. This is how we manage our business. The value-based, video and podcast, always encouraging. We're trying to hit all areas. When you get stressed and you put these arbitrary dates on it, all of a sudden you're perceiving in your weaker function because you're under stress. And because you're perceiving in your weaker function, you're not getting what's being communicated.
That's deep.
So mindset
That's good.
matters. Mindset matters. Listen, guys, we have tools that we've been working with for 6 months, 6 days, 6 years. If it's in our back office, that means we still believe it works. It's got some sort of relevance to it. We need to use it. Sometimes we discontinue because this is technology. One day this is the best thing since sliced bread. The next thing it doesn't work. But what has always stayed true, what is consistent today, is just as relevant today as it was 10 years ago when we started this business, is mindset and having a desire to go further and being okay with one failure after the next until you finally get your breakthrough. If the cost of greatness is I cannot deal with, a setback, because I'll get these emails. I've had your system for a week now, and I still can't get my funnel made. Yeah.
That happens.
It happens.
We try and make it easier.
We try to make it easier, and, and hear me now or feel me later.
Is that like something the young kids say these days?
I don't know. I heard something.
I've been saying it for years.
I've been saying this one for years.
That's a classic then.
Hear me now or feel me later. Everything that we offer at TW3 is tried and true. If something we were doing didn't work for the masses, or we were starting to see a big problem, we changed, because that's how we change our business from week to week. But the reason it's designed and laid out the way it is because we have found after 10 years an 80-some-odd% retention rate, A rating with the Better Business Bureau, and a large majority of people finding great success, like you heard tonight with Gary and Lindsay and people just last week. The system works. What we don't know yet is how quick can you get up to speed to get the system working for you? Because once you get up to speed and get the system working for you, I promise you, it'll be the best investment you ever made. If that happens in the first week, praise God. We hope it does. We want it to. It can. You're not waiting on us. But I know there's a lot of you out there that have tried the pills, thrills, lotions, and potions. You're sick of calling your friends, family, and foes. You want something that works. Well, if you want something, business is online now. And the only way to get online is with online tools. And that's technical. No way around it. We show you a way that is so low tech. If you can answer a call and read a script, you can get started. But it does take some basic being able to navigate, how to get into my back office. We've had people that literally could not put in a username and password just to get in their dashboard. Now, we hate that, but there's, if you can't do that, you can't access all the training and everything else. And, we want you, and if your trainer will work with you, maybe there's some things y'all can do to work around, but, none of this is complicated. It's all navigating a website. But it takes you going, grabbing it, and doing it. And I promise you, if you do it, it'll be the best decision you ever made. Do we got anything else before we need to jump? Lindsay, you got anything?
I just would encourage everybody to be disciplined in your approach. Don't get discouraged. Be disciplined. If you learn best doing just 15 minutes a day, then do 15 minutes a day, but come back to it. Yeah. And stay in order. Stay in order. That's another thing I'm drilling down a lot. If you yourself
get stressed, walk away from it for a minute.
Absolutely.
Manage your mindset, because I'm telling you, as I tried to illustrate as quickly as possible tonight, mindset matters more than anything else. Mindset matters than that voice broadcast dial. If you're in a bad mindset, you're not going to write nor record a compelling script that's going to get people to respond.
It's just like working out. I'm about to finish I'm on week 8 of an 8-week program. There have been many days that I woke up and did not want to work out, but I committed that I was going to finish this program. It's the same thing with your training. If you've paid this money, you've invested in a commitment. So do your due diligence, get up every day and show up and make it happen. Training time.
And be patient with your trainer. That's the other thing I want to, some of my trainers that you heard from tonight, they have hundreds of clients. Some of my trainers tonight just have 10 or 15, but 10 or 15 pulling on you all at one time, it's not going to work. The way our training works is there's video training, there's ticket support, and then you have weekly training with me, and you have your trainer. That one-on-one, talking. But be patient with them. And it makes no sense to try to spend an hour with a trainer right up front when everything you're going to be asking for is front loaded right there. So I always tell, and you guys that are trainers with TW3, what I always do with my new clients is go through steps 1 through 2. Just don't worry about anything else. Do steps 1 through 2, and I would show them where ticket support was. And then once you've done steps 1 through 2, text me and tell me when would be a good time, Thursday or Friday, to meet. But you got to manage them on the front end, because if you don't, they think you're on demand, and all of a sudden it's not a healthy coaching and training relationship.
And I'm open to, minor questions, hey, where exactly in the website was this? Right. If it's, that's going to happen. I mean, I still ask you questions like that from time to time, and you respond right back. But if I get on the phone with someone and they are asking me 10 things that are in steps 1 through 3, I'm like, Lord, grant me the
patience. Because, the thing is, you just got to be proactive and go out there and download, get the information. Because your trainers are there to help you. They want to help you.
We do. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know of one that I've got that's successful that doesn't. And I'm sure there's some out there that don't. I can't know them all. But the ones I know that are successful, that are just knocking this business out, they're always pulling me, hey, can we do this to help our clients better? We think, and to be honest with you, that's how changes come about, TW3. It doesn't come about new members complaining. It comes about successful trainers that's been in this business saying, hey, Terry, you might want to consider, because we constantly get this question, and it's like, you got, and that's what happens, and things get changed. But be patient with your trainers. Get in there. I'm telling you, you heard from Gary today. You heard from Lindsay. You heard from Mark. I don't know if Jeff didn't, and some of the others didn't, but these guys are knocking down. Like I said, we had several just in October knock down more than 25K. Had several make more money than I did, which hurt my feelings, but still. But the point is, it's real. I mean, you can make as much money as you're dedicated to do, but you gotta start. You gotta start. Right. You gotta learn the tools. You gotta learn what we do here, and I promise you, it will be worth every moment, every penny, everything you invest. Guys, thank you. This is episode 339. Until next time, we've got a membership training this Wednesday, and then happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Thank you for listening to our show today at TerryWilson3.com. If you would like more information on how we can take your money, your business, and your life to the next level, then please visit us online at TerryWilson3.com or call 800-673-1728.
This is the Terry Wilson. Really? I'm excited, Terry. I want to get started here.
Is this a celebrity, Terry Wilson?
Oh, my word.
How you doing, sir?
Dude, don't even go there. I've been listening to this for a while, and I'm finally like, okay, God, what a privilege. I mean,